When the news of the Swayamvara reached Hastinapura, one man was purely, uncomplicatedly glad. Vidura went straight to Dhritarashtra. O king, our house has grown stronger. Drupad's daughter is now our daughter-in-law. The stars are kind to us. He spoke as a well-wisher of the whole family, not guessing how his words would be misheard. But the blind king heard only what his heart wished. Duryodhana had gone to the Swayamvara too. So surely it was Duryodhana who had won. Splendid, he cried. Go at once and bring Draupadi. Let us welcome our new daughter with all honor. His fondness for his son had written the ending before he heard the tale. Vidura corrected him gently but plainly. No, my lord, the Pandavas are alive. It was Arjuna who bent the bow and won her. And by the sanction of the Sastras, all 5 brothers have wed her in common. They are safe and happy with Kunti, under Drupad's roof. Each word was good news. Each word landed on Dhritarashtra like a stone. The king mastered his face and painted joy over the disappointment. The Pandavas alive? He said, we mourn them as dead. This is balm to my heart. So Drupad's daughter is ours after all. Well, very good. And Vidura, who missed nothing, heard the hollowness under the hurtiness and said nothing about it. For Duryodhana, it was catastrophe. The Pandavas had walked out of a burning house, vanished for a year, and come back not weaker but stronger, allied now to mighty Panchala. He and Duryodhana hurried to Shakuni, their voices thin with dread. Uncle, we are undone. Purochana failed us, our enemies outwit us, fortune loves them, and now Dhritarashtra and Sikhandin stand with them too. What do we do? They took the panic to the blind king himself. You promised us better days. Father, said Duryodhana, is it a better day when our natural enemies grow strong enough to crush us? We failed to destroy them, and worse, they know we tried. It is them or us now. Advise us. And Dhritarashtra, glancing toward the door, lowered his voice. Whatever we decide, Vidura must not know my mind. That is why I spoke to him as I did. Now, tell me your thoughts. Duryodhana poured out schemes like a man emptying a broken bag. Split them. Turn Madri's sons against Kunti's. By Drupad, gold buys anything, daughter or no daughter. Spread rumors to frighten them away from Hastinapura. Set beautiful women to seduce them and make Draupadi jealous. Then pick them off one by one. Plot after plot after plot, each thinner than the last. And it was Karna, Karna of all people, who cut it all down. Idle talk, he said, and smiled without warmth. You could not fool the Pandavas when they were fledglings under this very roof. Will you fool them now, seasoned and shielded by Drupad? You cannot divide them. You cannot buy Drupad. You cannot turn Draupadi. Stop scheming. There is one way only, Karna went on, and it is the Kshatriya way. Strike now, openly, before they gather more friends, before Krishna brings the Yadava army to their side. Not a trap, not a whisper, a war. That is how warriors settle what warriors cannot untangle. Trickery has failed you at every turn. Try courage. It was terrible advice. It was also the only uncowardly thing said in that room. The king could not choose. So he did the wise thing at last and sent for the elders, Bhishma and Drona. And Bhishma, when he heard the Pandavas lived and prospered, lit up like a lamp, alive, and wed to Panchala. He could not hide his joy, nor did he try. Then asked for counsel. The grandsire gave it straight. Welcome them home, said Bhishma, and give them half the kingdom. The people wish it. The honor of our house demands it. There is ugly talk about that fire at the wax house. Do this, and every whisper of blame dies. This is my advice. Drona agreed word for word and urged sending a proper envoy to make an honest peace. Karna could not bear it. It astonishes me, he told the king, that Drona, enriched and honored by you, advises this. A king should weigh his minister's words with suspicion. And Drona's old eyes flared. Wicked man, he said, you would push the king down the road to ruin. If Dhritarashtra ignores Bhishma and me, the Kauravas will be destroyed. And soon, two men who both loved this house and could no longer stand in the same room. Last, the king turned to Vidura, and Vidura spoke the plainest truth of all. Bhishma and Drona counseled rightly. Do not disregard them. The Pandavas are your children no less than Duryodhana. Those who urge you to harm them are the true destroyers of this race. You cannot beat them. Drupada, Krishna, the Yadvas all stand with them. Karna and Shakuni are raw boys playing at statecraft. Clear our name. Bring the Pandavas home. Follow Bhishma. And for once, the weak king chose the strong course. Dhritarashtra resolved on peace, half the kingdom to the sons of Pandu, and sent Vidura himself to Panchala to bring them home. Vidura set out swiftly, his chariot laden with jewels and gifts, glad to be riding at last on an honest errand. In Panchala, Vidura honored Drupada and made the request. Send the Pandavas and Draupadi to Hastinapura in Dhritarashtra's name. Drupada trusted the blind king not at all, but he answered simply, the Pandavas may do as they please. He would not decide their lives for them. Then Vidura went to Kunti and bowed at her feet, and the queen's welcome held the whole weight of the past in it. Son of Vichitravirya, you saved my children once. They are yours as much as mine, and I will do as you counsel. She feared Dhritarashtra's designs. She trusted Vidura's heart. And Vidura reassured her, your sons will never be destroyed. They will have their kingdom and great renown. Come home. So Drupad gave his blessing, and Vidura turned homeward with his precious company, the 5 brothers, their mother, and their fire-born queen, riding back toward the city that had once tried to burn them. The exiles were going home, this time in the open, this time claimed and honored. The road that had led out through smoke led back through flowers. Hastinapura had made itself beautiful for them. The streets were swept and sprinkled with water. Garlands hung from every balcony, and the citizens poured out to see the princess they had mourned as dead walk back alive. Whatever the palace felt in private, the people's joy was real and loud, and it filled the whole city. The Pandavas and Kunti and Draupadi entered in dignity through the raining flowers, trumpets sounding from the walls. Years of exile, of forests and disguises and near deaths folded up behind them in a single afternoon of homecoming. For a moment, just a moment, the long-broken family stood under one sky in something like peace. In the royal court, old enmities were laid aside, for the length of a ceremony at least. The whole kingdom held its breath as the settlement was announced, hope and weariness sharing the same air. Peace had been chosen. Whether it would be kept was another matter, and the storm clouds on that horizon had not gone anywhere. Then the promise was made real. Half the kingdom was formally made over to the sons of Pandu, and Yudhishthir was crowned king of it before the elders, the priests, and the people. The eldest Pandav took the throne not by trickery or war, but by right restored, and Hastinapura, watching the sacred water poured over that calm, just bro, felt for once that the world had been set right. And Dhritarashtra blessed the new king with words that were half benediction, half confession. My brother Pandu made this land prosper. Be a worthy heir to him. He loved my counsel, loved me the same way. And then the truth. My sons are proud and wicked, and I have made this division, so there will be no strife between you. Go to Khandavaprastha, the ancient seat of Pururvas and Nahusha and Yayati, our forefathers. Raise it up again and be famous. He was giving them a ruin and admitting why. So the Pandavas went to Khandavaprastha and found a wilderness, a half-ruined old capital swallowed by scrub and time. Where another man might have seen an insult, they saw a canvas. They cleared it, laid out streets, raised forts and palaces, dug moats and gardens, building out of a discarded ruin something the world had never seen. They named it Indraprastha, the city of Indra, and it earned the name. Its palaces gleamed, its wealth swelled, its beauty became the wonder and envy of every kingdom that heard of it. There the Pandavas ruled with their mother and their queen for 36 years, and never once strayed from the path of dharma. It was, at last, the good time everyone had spoken of. Enjoy it while it lasts, because envy was watching Indraprastha shine, and envy is patient.